Happy New Year 2025, comrades! The year that is now at the end, 2024, was the year of a dragon, and I pretty much was an actual dragon in this year. It just happened so that since the previous New Year until the middle of May of this 2024, I just played games and tried developing my YouTube channel. So I just got some pleasure from life. In May I found a job as an online English tutor on Skyeng platform. And since the end of May I work as an English online tutor. As for now, I really like this job. It's very interesting, very pleasant. It's also personally for me, with my personality traits, with my knowledge, with my skills. It's also a very simple, very easy job. And in August of this year, I have found a little loophole in how YouTube works, and you comrades have started gradually coming to my channel, and my channel has finally started slowly but certainly growing. And for this, a low bow to you, comrades. In the next year, I plan first to have a vacation. I'm already on a vacation, and it will last until the 26th of January, on which I will just play games, watch some movies, some animes, and of course continue making videos. As for videos, obviously it's long due to me to make finally a video in English, and to start making videos in Russian and in English, like one video in Russian, absolutely the same video in English, or some series of videos in Russian which wouldn't be interesting for English-speaking people, but would be interesting for Russians, and at the same time some series of videos in English which wouldn't be so interesting for Russians and people from the former Soviet Union, but would be quite interesting for those who don't know our language and our culture and our history. As for the topics for the upcoming year, I think if I just analyze with scientific historical point of view all of the Total War games, Chivalry 2, various things from both Warhammer universes, I will have enough job with the channel, enough work with the channel until the end of the next year. And plus there are many things in various different games which also catch my eye, of a unprofessional but still a historian and a cultural anthropologist. Like, for example, the main antagonist in Evil West is a juvenile dumbass with liberal ideology, or the Tamriel Empire in the Elder Scrolls series is the United States, but those which exist on a paper but don't exist real life. The video game Homefront is unfortunately not an anti-communistic and not an anti-North Korean game, but actually a racist anti-Asian game. And The Witcher 3 shows medieval much more realistic than the original books on which it's based show it. At least as far as I remember the text in the first six books which I have read. The Witcher 3 is much more realistic, and it shows medieval much closer to what medieval actually was. The upcoming year will be the year of a snake, Roskomnadzor, a governmental structure in Russia which in theory is intended to protect Russian people from informational attacks via the internet. On the contrary, tries to destroy the internet in Russia and therefore destroy the reason to live for young people. So as a result, in this upcoming year of a snake, obviously Roskomnadzor, or shortly RKN, will be the snake, and we, Russian people, especially Russian young people, will will pierce this snake with our lance, like Saint George, who's called Saint George the Victor in Russian, Святой Георгий Победоносец. Or we'll chop it into pieces with our swords, like the hero Siegfried in Das Nibelungenlied, the Song of the Nibelungs, the Germanic epic. And then we will also bathe in its blood, in the blood of this Lindwurm, this land snake, land viper, and will constantly enter God mode, remembering about Siegfried's mistake, and not letting a linden leaf to fall on our shoulders, so that it doesn't turn into our weak spot. Or we'll cut off the heads of this hydra called Roskomnadzor, like Heracles and Iolaus, burning its wounds so that it couldn't regenerate and regrow its heads. Or like Susanoo, brother of Amaterasu, Susanoo, the god of seas and winds, will cut off all its heads of this dragon and all of its tails, and will even get an imbalanced sword from the last tail of this dragon, which is now one of the imperial relics in Japan. Happy New Year 2025! I wish you much fun, interesting video games, really good travels, high quality animes, really cool Warhammer battles, both in various video games and on the table. And above all, I wish you happiness, love, and so that all princes finally find their princesses, and all princesses finally find their princess. So let's hit each other's glasses, comrades. I usually prefer to drink Coca-Cola for the new year, but now I have some problems with digestion which restrict what and how much I can consume, so I choose a grape juice for this. Happy New Year, comrades.